All right, welcome to November's Live. And remember, the topic theme is threads from the past. Now, the card that I pulled is called Karmic Web. All right, Karmic Web, if you can see that. And this says you feel tangled in patterns you can't seem to break. Yeah. Threads from the past, lifetimes are still active, all of these different things that keep happening over and over again. It's things that you haven't learned from yet, experiences, yeah, lessons and growth. So make sure that you become more aware so that you can deal with these things. Step back, see the design, notice the pattern, and consciously choose a new thread to follow. Yeah, you got to make a decision and reacting differently. Some of these things will be painful, some of them will not. And yes, this is the same card that is on my website right now at Wright-Guides.com. Yep. And here's one of my business cards. If you want to take a snapshot of that, Wright Guides LLC Tarot. Yep. That's in the past. All right. So what we're going to do today, I did a little bit of change up in some of the things that we're going to be doing. All right. So first, instead of the flash readings, we're going to go ahead and do a layout for the collective. Yeah. So, hey, remember those things I tell you when you wake up with, you might wake up with a song in your head. You might wake up with a number in your head. All kind of funny things were in my head this morning. And it was very emotional. And I'm so excited that my eyes aren't red because I was crying this morning. But it was tears of joy. And you have to just let it flow. And I just sat down for a minute. I was like, what is going on? Okay. But it wasn't sadness. It was just joy. And even when I said the words of, wow, it feels like my soul is happy and I'm feeling so much joy. And I'm sitting there and just tears just kept flowing. They've just kept flowing. And I know you all have felt this heightened energy with the full moon, right? The full moon tends to bring up a lot of different things. And yeah, what was I doing before that? I was blessed with an amazing review. And I am thankful when you receive wonderful things in your life. Say that you're grateful, express your gratitude. And I did that for a few minutes. I'm just so grateful. And I broke down in tears. I was just thank you, universe. Just say thank you for everything. All right. And the collective. So what am I going to be doing that reading on this morning? For the collective, I'm going to give you a treat. I'm going to do this collective reading. Yeah. The energy updating in, I'm going to use the playing cards again. But for your collective reading, I'm going to give you a treat and I'm going to use the tarot cards. Okay, and let's see. I think that I got inspired by what I was feeling this morning. I'm looking at a little note that I have here. I felt not getting inspired, yes, by how I was feeling. So I am going to help you look at how is your life going to feel collective. And then I thought, what time frame am I going to give you? Well, the time frame that I pulled, the playing cards are really great for timing. And I got the Joker. Now, if you imagine, the Joker reminds me of the Fool card, that free, spirited, be spontaneous, do something now. And yeah, how will you be feeling? How will you be feeling right now? It's what this is going to be about. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with this. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you a little bit more about the energy while I am doing the shuffle and the layouts. I went to the post office, excuse me, a few days ago. And I even talked to the post office, the postal worker, and said, yeah, other people were talking about that. The energy seemed a little bit, ooh. And while I was driving there, I feel like I avoided at least, and I'm not being dramatic. You'll note that I am not a dramatic person. I'm not. I'm very joyous, but narrowly avoided at least 4 accidents on the way there. And yes, I'm thankful so many times of the driving lessons that I received in the Army. Maybe everybody didn't end up really having it take and still being a bad driver, but defensive driving, oh, It's helped me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, just being in that mindset of just weaving around and not slamming on the brakes, because sometimes when you slam on the brakes, guess what happens behind you? Yeah. Yeah. So you gotta watch out for that too. All right. So how is your life going to feel? All right. So I won't lay out all the cards because this might take a little bit if I lay them all out. So let's look at, we're gonna start with the presents. All right. Okay. All right. So, all right. So the energy is very heightened right now. So this is a good sign right now how you should be feeling. All right. So in the Roger Waite Smith and the Roger Waite deck, yes. If you look at that deck, this card actually shows like a row of cups above it. And it really means that you are achieving all the things that you want to achieve. And the energy should be feeling that way right now. Now, a few days ago, I know it was kind of building and felt a little chaotic. It felt chaotic to me trying to navigate through it. But yeah, right now you should be feeling some good energy. But if you are not, remember, you need to focus on what you want. You can change your reality. So think about this. If you don't like something in your life, change it. If you don't like something in your life, change it. All right. So just focus on the energy you want. When you focus on, if you focus on, let's say, if you want to be first in an event, for example, I know that's reaching a little bit, but if you focus on it, that is the energy that will return to you. That is the energy that you are attracting and bringing to you. All right. So whenever you send out love, like your competitors, send them love, not hate or dislike, Okay. Send out love. So whatever the energy you send out returns to you. So right now, presently, you should be experiencing that. And if you are not, pause, ask yourself why. Pause and think about that. All right. So what is the hidden influence in all this? All right, so now energy. Oh my goodness, you remember the crying I told you that I did this morning? All right, so the hidden energy that you don't see, which is a part of that unseen, which is part of that universal energy that's coming to you, that's that Knight of Cups. And that is all about your emotions and your relationships and family. You see all this water that's here? That water is going to be representative of your subconscious. And we have this Knight that is holding this cup. And it's like celebrating. Look, celebrating. And yeah, it's the number 2. It can go either way. But the hidden energy is helping to push you forward. Just stay positive. Just stay positive with it. This is not an in-depth reading, so don't judge me. We're not doing in-depth on the live. I'm just going to do a quick run through for you. All right. So what is your obstacle right now? Now, some of you need to change your perspective on what's really going on right now. And I think you're probably focusing on the wrong thing. All right. How is your life going to feel? You might think, you might be actually focusing on all the negativity you might be hearing in the news. Yeah. So we've got the World card here, which means if you want to imagine that you got the whole world available to you in front of you, all these amazing, wonderful things can come to you. But you're telling yourself, no, look at all this negative, all this stuff going on. I can't sit here and cheer for myself. I have to sit here and I have to feel bad. And no, that's not how it works. You have to focus on taking care of your self-care, focusing on all those wonderful things. And guess what? That energy, it builds more. Yeah. I just got a confirmation from my team. Yeah. Yes. You focus on that energy and guess what? It gets rid of that lower feeling of energy, that sadness. Yeah. So that's how you can help the world. All right. And the energy that you do see, the energy that you do see, that is that you can see that is kind of helping pushing you forward. It's amazing that we've got another cup. Now, Page of Cups. Interesting. So let me give you just a simple explanation of this page. If you look at the page is being on this level here of emotion. And if we look at the Page of Swords being up here. So if we don't look at, don't take offense by this, it's just an example. All right. Now from Boston. All right. Oh my goodness. All right, so Page of Cups is down here, like maybe a toddler, still getting used to how they're feeling. Another confirmation. Oh my goodness. Another confirmation. How they're feeling. And then the Page of Swords had been through all those rocky moments and have learned how to balance out their emotions and how they feel. Yeah, this energy is really intense. So let it out. Like I did this morning, and let it out through tears. You might want to let it out by going out into the forest or the woods and scream. You might want to go to the gym and box a little bit. You might want to go practice your martial arts, your Tai Chi or Qigong, whatever you want to do. But the point is to let it out. Let it out. Okay. All right. So, what are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to do this? Remember, our question was, how is your life going to feel right now? Yeah, very emotional so far, right? But it won't last forever. You need to do this now. It takes 20 days to form a habit, remember? So, whatever comes up, recognize it for what it is, and then bless it and let it go with love. Let it release. Release it. All right. So, what are you supposed to do? Now, take advantage of this opportunity. All right, so we've got the 7 of Wands here. 7 of Wands. Now, you're not going to be able to resist this energy. You're going to feel it no matter what. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. It is going to wake you up. It is going to open your senses. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're going to feel it. It is going to allow you to become stronger. So if you can think about these 7 of Wands as being, well, I like to tell my, the clients, maybe if you're going out to look for a job, look at this as being as though you're beating out the competition. Look at yourself as standing on top of, maybe you climbed a mountain, you're at the top and you're like, so let yourself experience that joy. Let yourself feel that accomplishment. Enjoy it. You deserve it. It's yours. And how are you going to know? And I've got the wind blowing my papers away. I've got the windows open with some natural light coming in over here, which I love. But how are you going to know? Here's your last card. How are you going to know that maybe some of you are still wondering if you did it right? Maybe some of you are wondering, how am I going to know when this is going to be over, when it's ending? You are going to experience that rebirth. You're going to experience feeling more like your authentic and true self. I know some of you are probably thinking, well, I already am. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But some of us, and I'll still include myself, still are going through some transitions and growth. Yeah. And so that final one, however you know, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. And don't think like if you are a male gender watching this and think, oh, that doesn't apply to me. This is not about a gender thing. This is about energy. The Queen of Pentacles. And Pentacles is all about earth and foundation. So make sure to continue to do your grounding. You're going to feel more grounded once you let out all of this emotion. Wow. And I'm feeling it on my body right now. I'm feeling my lower body. Okay. Yes, you'll feel more grounded. Okay. All right. So we're going to move on to the next point. And if you have any questions, put it in the comments if you have questions about the reading that I just did. All right. Any flash readings? None yet in the chat. So we're going to keep it moving. And guess what time? I've got to do a little bit of self promo. All right. So take a look at my site. Guess what? I went to the Body, Mind, Spirit celebration here in Honolulu in October 2025. It was my first expo. Hey, I'm encourage you again. If there's something that you've been putting off doing, don't go do it. Of course, I'm a planner. So when I started, I think it was June, I made out this plan and I worked through it. I went through my little checklist and make sure right up to the week before, kept double checking, triple checking. I just kept checking. And yes, I did well. Yes. So look at every challenge or something you may think is a challenge. And guess what? Afterwards, it was fun. You worked too much for nothing. Just do your best. What is your intention? Think about that and do your best. Just go for it. My next presence at the Body, Mind, Spirit. The next one is May 2nd through the 3rd, 2026, the next Body, Mind, Spirit celebration. Knock on wood that nothing changes with that date or that event in 2026. I will be there. I will be in booth number 4. I will be in booth number 4. Wright Guides LLC. You will see me. Come and see me. All right. Come and see me. I'm working on something else for you. If you can't make it to Honolulu, I'm working on something else, a backup plan, so that you can still get a chance to see me. I have some Zoom video appointments on my website if you want to do that. But yeah, I'm working on something else. And also, I'll be doing a presentation again at 10 a.m. on that Saturday. All right. And also, one more gift certificate. Beautiful gift certificate. You'll see that on my website as well. It is a package. It is not just a simple tarot reading. It is something fun that you can purchase for yourself or you can send to a friend. It's a simple email download. You purchase it, you send it to a friend. It is a whole package. Go to my website, Wright-Guides, the whole write-up. All right, so now it's time for the shout outs. This is a fun part that I added to my life. I love that I do this. Okay, the channel that I want to shout out to you is the Calm Cat Groomer Whisperer. Yeah, so please tell him I shouted him out. His name is Dunny. He's a calm cat groomer, and he's amazing with all the cats. He does grooming for some dogs. Check out his YouTube channel. It's amazing. It's amazing. This is the way I give back. Now, whether they shout me out or not, that's not why I do this. There are a couple of channels that I watch that I love. And of course, hopefully it will come back to me, but I am having no expectations. Now, I'm adding one more new thing I thought of this morning, something that helped me during my spiritual awakening, during my spiritual journey with my spiritual growth. Yes. Check out this book. And I'm not paid to do any reviews or tell people about any of these things. This is what I choose to do during my life. All right. If anybody's heard of it, that'll be great. If you have not, The Inner Journey, amazing. The Inner Journey by this author, Celia Winter. Oh, yeah. I see I have a tab here. I have a lot of notes that are written in this book. When did I get this book? I got this, or at least I read it. This was a few years ago. I'd already been through most of my journey, and so I skipped some of the chapters. But what I love about this book, I'm sharing that they're short chapters. At the end of the chapters, there are some little prompts for you to answer the question. You can write it in the book, or you can write a separate journey. And I've highlighted a couple of things that are in here. What I did with mine, I wrote it in my journal. I have like a separate book that I was writing things in. And the way I was using my journal to kind of work through some of the problems or issues I thought I was having at the time. But of course, I finished this. This has been a few years since I finished this, more than 2 years, more than 2. And what I do now, of course, I give my problems to the angels and say, give them to them so then I can wake up in the morning, with a response, with a solution. And that is how it's been working. But when you first start out, you don't know what to do. You might not have someone you can go to. You might not have someone you think you can go to. They might think you're crazy. I've seen a lot in posts and social media platforms. You think, oh, you might think I'm crazy. I'm not talking about anyone that personally messaged me in Messenger. I'm not talking about that. It's different posts. I'm just seeing them because we are all at different phases of our spiritual awakening journey. I strongly suggest this. I know there are other books out there, but this, I think, it's got short chapters. It's got prompts at the very end. And then as you read through the very beginning, the table of contents, if there's something that you don't need to do, you move to the next chapter. And I love that it talks about, I think it said summer. Did I see summer solstice? So I was flipping through here. Again, it's been a few years since I saw this, but just flip through and see what's going to work for you. And I love that it talks about metamorphosis because that is absolutely what you go through doing this. You go through the metamorphosis like a butterfly. You change. You just have to be open to it and let it happen. All right. And subscriber shout outs. Okay. One of my new subscribers, Buffalo Records. I know sometimes I may not pronounce your names right, but I want to let you know about my appreciation. Thank you for subscribing. Please share my channel. If you're watching for the first time, please share my channel. This is what I love to do. This is my life passion, my soul mission. Thank you so much for being here. And if you're watching on a replay, please write replay in the comments. Thank you so much. All right. So, all the good news. And again, I'm sharing my good news and things I decided to do to encourage you to do your things that you've been holding off on doing. So I'm going to show you something. Guess what I started? Yeah, sometimes you feel like you're doing something that is the right thing. It feels right. It feels awesome. Yeah, you want to continue to do it and you don't want to let down other people. I know how that goes. I had a Facebook group and I love the process of figuring out, how it works. Because when you join other groups, you're like, why do they have these limitations? And why do they not improve the post until, so many different questions, right? So how do you know until you create your own? So I did that and I did it for a little over a year. And I thank those that joined. Really, I'm blessed. I'm grateful for all of it. But I did start working in a group. I closed it, not out of quitting. When someone says something like that to you, and no one said it to me about the group, but it's been said about other things, don't worry about what other people think. This is your journey. This is your unique journey. Your journey is yours to live how you want. You go internal. You know what you are hearing from your soul and what feels right and what does not. So believe in yourself, trusting yourself, and that you on your destiny, whether it's a Facebook group, whether it's a new job, things come to an end of a cycle. They do. You can love them as much as you want, but sometimes things have to end. And then what did I start? I started a newsletter, and it's called Monthly Muse. It's called Monthly Muse newsletter. And I love it that, and of course, I had the normal limitations of, wow, is anybody going to read it? What do I put on it? Blah, blah, blah. All these different questions every time you start something new, right? But I did it. And guess what? It's free. It's free. So go to my website, wright-guides.com, and subscribe. Subscribe to my newsletter. Remember, I showed you the card so you can scan this right off your screen, or you can click on the link in the bio for YouTube. All right, so Monthly Muse, you'll see that on my About page. All right, let me get going because you're here for the energy date. I know you are. The energy update, you're here for that. I know you are. Okay. All right, so remember. So, how do you get the newsletter? I forgot that. It gets emailed to you a few days before each live. All right, so you'll have a date of each live so you won't miss my YouTube live. Okay. Now, the important thing I want to tell you, last thing, and next we're going to do the energy update. What you came here for. All right. So make sure you make time to sit still for a few minutes. Now, some of you haven't started your meditation. Now, you don't have to start thinking, hey, I don't have time to sit for an hour, or 30 minutes, or 15. I just don't have time. And guess what? Imagine this. When you go outside and you sit in your car and you're looking for your keys, and then you crank your car, whatever order, whatever point you put on your seatbelt. But as you're driving to work, or if you're taking a bus to work, those moments can be used, to just do a moment of reflection for a few seconds, 1 minute. The point is to just do it. Okay? Making time to sit still and notice the changes that are going on around you. Yeah, that's part of it too. You sit quietly, you start to hear your inner voice, and that prepares you, help prepare you for your day. Can't close your eyes while you're driving. I know. But make sure you make time for that quiet. Don't turn over your radio yet. I know it's hard to black out noise on a bus, but make time for yourself to hear your inner voice. And then as you practice that, for 21 days, you'll start to notice the magic that is going on around you as well. It goes hand in hand. You start to notice more of those signs that are going on around you. Yeah. And I've said this before, you start to notice that bird that's been landing on your windowsill every week at about the same time. You start to notice those moments when you happen to look up and you see your phone, which is the same time actually. You start like, come to think of it, I have been noticing the same numbers when I look at my phone. And I was wondering if that was something. Yes, it's something. Everything means something. Everything is everything. All right, so let's get to the energy updates. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna normally do, I'm just gonna shuffle the cards, and then once I'm done, I am going to put a picture of it on my website. Okay. All right. Energy update. The immediate is what you need to know right now. Okay, so let's see. What do you need to know about the energy right now for November? And I've said this channel before, that make sure that you are looking at Stefan Burns' YouTube channel. You don't know what you're missing. All right, Stefan Burns is a geophysicist. You need to look at his channel. You need to look at his channel. He talks about what's going on in the solar system with the sun and the effects of the solar flares on the earth. You need to check out his channel. All right. And make sure you click on the notification bell. I would love it if you subscribe and click on the notification bell for my channel. Of course. I would love it. Yeah. But yeah, just make sure that you stay informed that way. Okay. So, all right, what are we looking at 6 weeks from now? I don't have a calendar, but all right, so we just had a full moon and we have a couple holidays that are coming up this month. I'm pulling up my calendar because I have a card that's showing me 6 weeks from now. I'm gonna look at my calendar. Okay, let's wait you. All right, so I know silence on a live, don't do that. Okay, I'm just counting real quick. All right, so between now and December okay. So the timing on this, between now and December the 20th, guess what, December the 20th, some of you are gonna know that before I tell you, solstice. Okay, all right, so your energy update, we're talking about solstice. All right, how do I know? 6 weeks from now, 7 days in a week. All right, so the energy that we're going to be looking at again, this spade is representative of a sword. All right, so think about that subtle energy that's going to be coming in from the winds. If it's very subtle, that means you're not really going to feel it. It's going to be very subtle. Once it starts to hit you, eventually you might feel it. It won't be immediate. All right, so this energy, it's not going away. It started to kick up. Yeah, you've heard a mention of the sun. You've heard mention of the Red Atlas. You've heard mention of solar flares. If you haven't in mainstream media, check out Stefan Burns. Foot stomp. Check out Stefan Burns' YouTube video. Watch that. I'll just stop with that one and tell you the only one to watch. Okay, for now. There's some other recommendations I have for you. All right. So just look out for that. It doesn't mean the end of the world, nothing like that. It's just to prepare you so that you've been getting nudges to change your diet, to sleep more, to get more hydrated, to drink clean water, clean foods, to slow down. That literally means it. I felt it when I've been rushing around where I live in here. And sometimes I'm like, whew, get a little dizzy, right? Walk a little slower, literally. Slow down. Yeah. There's energy that is swirling around you. Yes, it is. Yeah. So just make sure you slow down. Six of spades. Think of that as a six of swords. Again, often used in mental clarity. Yes, affecting you consciously. Yeah, unity consciousness. Think of all these different terms. You're thinking about the head, okay, and being around others and their energy. You know, possibly your telepathy increasing, possibly your psychic abilities increasing. That's what this energy is all about. It's going to be beautiful. Don't be fearful. Think of it in a loving way. Think of it as something that you're deserving of. Think of it as something that's been waiting to come to you, that you're supposed to have as a human being. It's coming in. Just be open to it with love. Keep your heart open. Mhm. And thank you so much for being here for today. I'll put a copy of this on my website. Please visit Wright Guides LLC. My name is Sherry. Have a loving, amazing, and wonderful day and amazing week. Bye.